guys, how's it going? We are going to do some planting today. Now we've got 3 different varieties of sun-loving perennials back here, all of which I have shown you so many times, but this bears repeating because if you plant nothing else in your garden this summer, you should be planting these. They are so productive and they do so well for us. I've just had really good experience with them. So I wanted to talk through them really quick right now, then we're going to head out and plant them. Now they're all zone 3 through 8. Which is great, so very winter hardy. We've got the pink profusion salvia right here. Now this one is I've had it in a warm greenhouse, so it's just kind of coming out of bloom, which is really early. Plants do weird stuff when you put them in a heated greenhouse too early. So you can still see the beautiful color, and I have showed it to you before. So anyway, 14 to 16 inches tall, 20-inch spread. It comes out and blooms late spring, early summer, really profusely, and then you can shear it back and it will bloom again, and the pollinators really love it. There's Cat's Pajamas Nepeta. I love this perennial. You can shear it back again, same like the salvia, to promote rebloom. Sometimes I don't though, and it still reblooms. And this one grows like about a foot tall, maybe 20-inch spread, and pollinators love it. And you just have that beautiful color. I love the sagey soft green of the leaves. So even if you do shear back and you're kind of in a couple week period where you don't have any blooms on it, the leaves are really gorgeous. And then we have the Firefly Peach Sky Yarrow. I'm going to actually come around to the other side of our cart here because this one has the most color. This is the one, or the color rather, that it comes out with. So that really beautiful kind of darker apricot peach color, and then it ages out. So this one you can deadhead as well. You can shear it back to promote rebloom, or you can leave the blooms. The dried blooms are wonderful in cut arrangements, and they just look pretty all the time. And so you can look at this plant really at any given time of the season and it looks like it's multicolored because you've got the peach and then you've got the yellow and then the creamy. It kind of turns even a lighter creamy yellow. So it's just a really beautiful one. I can't remember how tall this one gets. Taller than the other two. 32 to 36 inches tall, so you do want to make sure to put this one maybe a little bit back from the edge of your border, and then a 32-inch spacing. So quite a good size right there. All right, let's head out to the garden and get these in the ground. All right guys, we've got them all in the ground and I'm loving it. They just added a huge pop of color. They're a little off schedule from the ones we already have in our landscape. I'll show you what the difference is just because our spring has been so cold and so long, and then of course those were grown in the greenhouse for a little while, so we're just a little bit off kilter, but I'm loving it. At the end of the west side, I hope you can see the pop of color just down the way, the purple and the pink. I've already got those same varieties just actually right here. I'm wanting to repeat just a few of the same things throughout this bed so it looks a little bit cohesive. So Lady's Mantle, Pink Profusion Salvia, Nepeta. I've got some Caryopteris that kind of go throughout, and then we've got several David Austin roses all in kind of the pink family. And delphiniums. I have purple delphiniums that are gorgeous. Okay, so right here, this is what our Cat's Pajamas Nepeta currently looks like with the weed. And no mulch, you guys. We have not mulched this area yet. But anyway, that's what they look like. We transplanted these from behind the Hartley last spring, I think. They took to their transplant really well, and they're going for it. They're just a little behind. And then here's our lady's mantle. Here's our pink profusion salvia. So that's what ours looks like, just waking up, versus the beauties we just put in. Look at those. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. So you can see the lady's mantle. I love that more chartreusey green, and of course the blooms on that one are a chartreuse yellow, and they're usually in bloom at the same time. So we get to see those yellowish blooms with the blue purpley blooms. So, so, so nice. We've got a pink phlox that goes right behind them. And we've got Stokes asters in here, which bloom purple, but they bloom a different time usually than the Nepeta. And then we've got the salvia right here. Now I did bump that one back just a tiny bit because I want to come in with something a little bit shorter. That one grows a little bit taller, 1.5 feet or so. We've got some iris right in here. I think these are pink, kind of like a light champagne pink, or maybe they're purple. We'll see here soon. I'm going to probably plant a little bit more of the Nepeta down here because I don't have it here, but I do have more of the pink profusion salvia. Those get a lot more sun through the day. You can see how much more robust they look than the last batch we looked at. This gets it like morning through afternoon because there's not a whole lot to shade it yet. It will get protection in the afternoon eventually, but they are looking great. And the yarrow ended up kind of by the grapes. While we are on our way though, you can kind of see the orange popping through. I planted some over here. So this is what our yarrow looks like right now. I've got several of them throughout this space. I love them back here, you guys. I don't know if it's just because I'm feeling inspired because I love these tulips so much. And these are a tulips Preston Shogun is the name of them. I just shared some pictures on Facebook and Instagram, but I ended up loving these so much more than I thought I was going to because they're just a lot more of a like a delicate soft orange, not like kind of a super bright hot orange. They're just so pretty. I've got a couple honeyberries in here and then our new drift of yarrow. I started the drift right over here because I do have some daylilies. These are King of Ages, which are more in the warm color family, but I've got blue baptisia in here. Totally forgot I have them. And they're coming up. They're gonna be up eventually. And we might even have, even though these are blooming so off season right now, usually we don't have blooms until like the late part of early summer or midsummer is when they usually start showing their color. We might have a tiny bit of overlap with the blue and the kind of peach color together, which would be really nice. But it's so fun to see something back in here. Everything out here is so low maintenance. You know, I had initially said no perennials out here, 0. We're doing evergreens, trees, and shrubs. Nothing that requires a ton of maintenance. And you know, I kind of quickly went against that. But we've chosen all things that don't need a whole lot of work. I mean, cut back once a year, maybe twice a year if you really want to encourage a bigger rebloom or tidy up the plant. So it's one of those things that you can come out and do if you want to, or you can just let things do what you want. Yarrow is great throughout the winter months as well as winter interest because they usually have strong enough stems to hold up to quite a bit of snow and frost. They look really pretty that way. You also probably noticed I didn't toss any starter fertilizer in for both the Nepeta and the yarrow. Yarrow especially does not want to be fertilized, and Nepeta, I think, because we've been amending that bed with compost, I didn't really feel like I needed to add any for that. They're a really low user of fertilizer. So planting things like sedum and yarrows and stuff like that out here that just don't need anything from you. They actually prefer crummy soil and they're very drought tolerant once they're established, don't need a whole lot of water. Those are the kinds of things we want to go for out here for the most part. We can have little things here and there that maybe require a little bit more, but overall I want it to be fairly low maintenance, on the low maintenance side. And you guys, that is it for today's video. It's just so fun to be out here planting some fresh things. We just got our brand new load of perennials in, so you're going to start to see a lot of gorgeous things show up. It's a big truck on the lane right next to me. And then our annuals are supposed to start to arrive maybe end of this week or next week. So, and temperatures are starting to be a little bit more favorable for warmer season things. It's just been an odd year. You know, some people have been asking like, we're not seeing you plant anything new. It's just we haven't really been able to until this point. So it's really so fun to be out here and I feel like we can just go to town now. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it and we will see you in the next one. Bye.